Hello, my dear students. Welcome to online accountancy class. In this session, we are going to consider admission of a new partner. This is a revision chapter. Now, first of all, we have to know the meaning and definition of admission of a new partner. So, here is the meaning and concept. Admission of a partner is reconstitution of the firm because with the admission of a partner, existing agreement ends and new comes into existence. So this is the meaning here, like when a new partner want to take admission of a old existing partnership business, that time old agreement being closed or old agreement come to end and another new agreement is prepared. So another way we can say that at the time of admission of a new partner, the dissolution of partnership means closing of agreement, that is called dissolution of partnership arises, not dissolution of partnership firm. Dissolution of partnership firm means there is a closing of business. Here only the agreement come to end, another new agreement is prepared. Not only in case of admission, but also here we can see this agreement comes to end, that is in case of death, in case of retirement, change in profit sharing ratio. So this is a thing. Now, here is the meaning here. According to the section 31, subsection 1 of the Indian Partnership Act, a new partner can be admitted only with the consent of all the existing partner. Several times this type of short question came when a partner can be admitted. So that time this is the correct answer. That will be the answer when a new partner can be admitted. Answer you have to mention according to the section 31 subsection 1 of the Indian Partnership Act, a new partner can be admitted only with the consent of all the existing partner. Like if any partner oppose, that time the admission is not possible. Every partner, those who are existing partner, that is all existing partner, everyone have to give the consent. Like everyone have to permit for the admission. So that time admission possible, otherwise the admission not possible. So this is the meaning here when a partner can be admitted by the consent of all existing partner according to the section 31 subsection 1 of the Indian Partnership Act. Now when a new partner want to take admission, that time he or say whatever maybe, so bring some amount and related to goodwill as well as capital. That is, capital is compulsory, capital have to pay, and goodwill is optional. If it is paid, it is better. Otherwise, indirectly, the amount of goodwill, that portion will decrease the capital. That system is there, like NT, that time we will adopt memorandum method. Ultimately, incoming partner's capital will be debited that amount of goodwill amount. So that way, like there are different method for treatment of goodwill. We'll discuss once again. But here, like the two things which has to bring by the incoming partner, one that is first capital, that is compulsory, another that is goodwill. Now we'll consider that is meaning and concept, accounting steps of this chapter. That common step, that is like calculation of sacrificing ratio, gaining ratio. It is same as chapter 2. We know how we calculate SR and GR. SR equals to sacrificing ratio. It can be calculated by OR and NR. OR minus NR, that is called sacrifice. Here OR is greater than the NR. Gaining ratio, it is just opposite. When new ratio is greater than the OR, that time we will get gaining ratio. NR minus OR, that is called gaining ratio. But most of the time we have to use sacrificing ratio in this chapter for the treatment of goodwill. But exceptional problem may can arise, that time we need also GR also. Now next step, that is valuation of goodwill under different method. It is exactly same, needless to explain this chapter. Just we already explained from the last chapter the change in profit sharing ratio. Altogether, there are 5 methods: simple average profit method, weighted average profit method, super profit method, capitalization average profit method, as well as capitalization of super profit method. We know the formula: simple average profit method, weighted average profit method. If someone forget, then you have to see again the previous video related to this different method for calculating value of goodwill. Now, treatment of goodwill under different method. In these cases, we have to know this method of treatment. Different method are there. Broadly, there are two methods are there. One is premium method, another is memorandum method. Premium method applicable when new partner are able to bring, and memorandum method applicable when new partner unable to bring. Rest of the step like same as chapter 2, treatment of undistributed profit like general ledger, profit and loss, credit balance, workman compensation fund. So this way, if any undistributed profit is there, that you have to transfer to the old partners in their old ratio at the time of admission of a partner, because this is their profit before taking a new person. So if any undistributed profit or losses is there, that should have to transfer to the old partners. Opening revaluation account, it is also important in this chapter. We have to open the revaluation ledger to consider the change in the value of assets and liability. Like if increase, then the benefit arises and profit on revaluation, that also should transfer to the old partners before taking the admission. So therefore, we have to open the revaluation account to consider this thing, and ultimately nobody should be loser or gainer. Like new partners should not be gainer or loser, as well as old partners also same. So if benefit arises, that should be distributed to all partners. Passing adjustment entry for unaltered value of assets and liabilities. Sometimes it may happen that changing value we don't want to consider in the new balance sheet, that is a revised balance sheet after admission of a new partner. That time this method we have to adopt unaltered value. So that time this first step quite important. Like using this formula, we have to show the adjustment in the change in the value of assets and liabilities. That time gaining partners capital account debit to sacrificing partners capital. That entry will pass here. Ultimately, capital adjustment that will arise. So no need to show revised value in the new balance sheet. Opening partners capital account, we know from the second chapter, opening revised balance sheet and miscellaneous. But at present, like syllabus, it is excluded opening new balance sheet or revised balance sheet. So these are the part we will do here. Now, like first of all, this one, like first step, once as for recapitulation, we are considering one small problem. This is a problem: X and Y are partner in the profit sharing ratio 5:3. Z is a new partner for 1/10 share, and which acquire equally from X and Y. Calculate new ratio. So first of all, old ratio will write here OR of X is to Y, that is 5:3. That does mean 5/8 of A and 3/8 of B. Z got 110, and that is equally from X and Y. So 110 divided 2, that is 120. 120 like receive from X and receive from Y. Therefore, like X new ratio equals to 5/8. That is old. Now he sacrifices 1/20 for Z. So therefore 5/8 minus 1/20, new ratio coming 23/40. The same way, Y also, Y has old 3/8 and surrender 1/20 in favor of Z. It is coming 13/40. So therefore new ratio 23/40, 13/40, and Z we know that is 1/10. So 23/40, 13/40, 1/10. If you do it LCM, it is coming 23:13:4. So that is the calculation of new ratio. And gaining ratio, it is to equally like 1/20 is to 1/20, that is 1:1. That is called sacrificing ratio. That is called sacrificing, not gaining, it is sacrificing ratio. In this question, sacrificing not asked, but if it is asked, it is easy to calculate. Or another way, if you want to calculate, that is using the formula, that is OR minus NR. OR it is 5/8, 3/8 minus NR is minus 23/40 minus 13/40. So the same will come like if you calculate doing another work, so that will come, it is 1:1 only, that is sacrificing ratio. The sacrifice is surrender by the old partner in favor of the incoming partner Z. So that way there is a first step calculation of HR and GR related to this chapter. Now there is valuation of goodwill, like applying different method, simple average profit method, weighted average profit method, super profit method, capitalization of average profit method, as well as capitalization of super profit method. We know these are all already discussed in the last chapter, that is second last chapter, the change in profit sharing ratio. So this is related to this topic, that is calculation of SR and GR. Now I'm going to conclude this session now regarding that like treatment of goodwill. We'll consider in the next session. Okay, thank you and God bless.